Internal confidence versus external confidence. This is what we're going to be covering today. You need to be internal orientated. I'm just going to say it right here. It needs to come from within. It cannot come from without. Without, you do not have control of it. But let's go. So, what is confidence? Confidence is not a feeling. Confidence is the level of certainty you have in yourself. It is the trust you have in your abilities, decisions, and capacity to handle whatever happens. What creates confidence? Confidence comes from evidence of what you've done, evidence of what has happened. So there's certain things that could have happened throughout your career that is not giving you confidence. That is actually doing the complete opposite. Self-trust, which ties into evidence. I'm going to trust myself because I have evidence of me doing this. Competence, repetition, self-belief, and certainty. Okay, what is outer confidence? What does external confidence look like? And what is it? Outer confidence is when your confidence is dependent on circumstances outside of you. It comes from the external. Validation, results, performance, and other people. When those things are present, yes, you may get confidence. But if they're not present, you're not going to have confidence. So that's the paradox. It gives you confidence, but it can take confidence. That's what external confidence does. This looks like people, so their opinions, their praise, their approval, their recognition, results, winning, performing well, achieving goals, circumstances, things going well, feeling in control, receiving opportunities. This creates an emotional roller coaster. If you continue coming from the outside, you'll always fluctuate. Your performance and your level you go to will always fluctuate. When you come from within, which is what we're about to cover, you have inner stability and control. You get the remote. What does it look like? Specifically, you feel confident after a good game, then lose it after a bad one. It's conditional. And we're also going to cover how to develop unconditional confidence. Second one, your self belief depends on results. Praise increases your confidence, criticism destroys it. You feel good when selected, doubt yourself when dropped. You trust yourself when things are working, question yourself when they aren't. Your confidence moves with your circumstances. As I said, if something can give you confidence, it can take it away. What is inner confidence? This is what we're going to install, and this is what's going to skyrocket your performance. This is where it comes from within, it comes from you. You're not dependent on results, your performance, other people, circumstances. It comes from the trust you have in yourself. If it comes from you, you own it. It cannot be given to you. Therefore, also, it cannot be taken away. You become the source of your thoughts, your emotions, your actions, your beliefs, therefore your confidence. And when you have control of it, that's pretty powerful. Because you know when you play from confidence that you feel unstoppable. See the keyword feel, you feel unstoppable, you want to get into the feeling. You have the remote, top right corner, you have the remote. You can turn it up, turn it on, change it. You have the key to it. This is what I'm talking about with conditional confidence versus unconditional. It needs to there needs to be no conditions as to be in a confident state and to have powerful confidence. You need to realize that confidence is not a reward. It's not something you receive. It's not an effect. It's the cause. It creates your results. You need to have it so you can then create the result and produce the result that you want and the level you want to go to. It is the seed you plant internally, then it will eventually reveal and show you externally. Conditional confidence sounds like I'll feel confident when I play good. I'll feel enough when things work out. I'll feel confident when someone acknowledges me. Where on the other hand, unconditional, it doesn't rely on anything in the outside of you. I trust myself regardless of the result. My worth, my self-worth isn't determined by my performance. You'll be surprised a lot of people attach their self to the performance they get. So they play good, they're a bad person. They play bad, they're a bad person. They play good, they're a good person. Comes back to the roller coaster. You're gonna be up and down. And if that's the case, you're also gonna play from fear. If there's something to lose, and if I play shit, then I'm gonna feel shit about myself. Therefore, I fear feeling that feeling. So you're gonna constrict. You're gonna resist. You're not gonna fully express and play fully. I can fail and still back myself. What will allow for you to develop unconditional confidence? You need to, as I said, you need to separate your identity, how you see yourself, from your performance, your result. You cannot root your identity in performance. You must separate who you are from what happens to you. Doing this will allow for you to play from confidence instead of fear. As I said, the reason you're in fear, you play from fear, you play from scarce, is there's a reason, because there's something to lose. How self-worth will turn into self-knowing, and self-knowing will produce high internal confidence. Your level of self-worth determines what you believe you deserve, where you believe the level you lie at, the result you get. This is all happening subconsciously. This shapes what you allow yourself to believe is possible. Those beliefs become self-knowing, and the self-knowing creates unbreakable inner confidence. An example: self-worth, I'm worthy; self-knowing, I know I can; inner confidence, I trust myself; high performance, I express myself freely. Why this matters is because self-worth creates doubt, it creates hesitation, it creates overthinking, it creates plain small seeking validation. When you're doing all those things, your performance is not going to be limitless. Where on the other hand, when you've got high self-worth, self-belief, self-trust, certainty, courage, authentic expression, your self-worth also needs to be unconditional. There can't be conditions attached to it. Knowing over belief. Knowing is a deep certainty in who you are, what you can do, and what you're capable of. It creates an inner sense of inevitability. You know what's going to happen. Look to the right. Do you believe the sky's blue, or do you know? You know. You need to come from that state. Belief can change. Knowing remains. Belief is conditional. Knowing is certain. Belief questions. Knowing decides. Belief says, I think I can. Knowing says, I know I can. Belief fluctuates with circumstances. Knowing remains regardless of them. It is strong. How to develop internal confidence? First, you need to become aware where your confidence is coming from. Ask yourself, what am I dependent on to feel confident? Where is your confidence coming from? And if it's coming from things outside of you, people, performance, validation, awareness is the first step. You need to become aware. If you're not aware of something, then you don't know where the source of it is. 2, build self-trust. Keep the promises you make to yourself. Follow through, show up consistently. Self-trust is the foundation of your inner confidence. Detach from external validation. Stop letting results, opinions, and circumstances determine how you feel about yourself. Learn to validate yourself. Embody the athlete you want to become. Think like them, move like them, train like them, decide like them. Confidence grows through embodiment, not information. Collect evidence, take action, keep promises, do hard things. Every rep builds proof that you can trust yourself. Embodiment. Embodiment is when your thoughts, beliefs, actions, and identity are in alignment. You no longer try to be confident, you become someone who is. When all this aligns, new levels has to arise. New performances, better performance has to come. In doing this, shifting from an external to an internal athlete, your performance will change. Your trust, you will trust yourself more under pressure. You will play with more freedom and less fear. When you play from freedom, your performances are way better than from fear. Fear, you constrict. You're trying to survive, where freedom, you're trying to win, you're trying to play good. You will make better decisions under pressure. You'll stop playing to fail and start playing to win. That's all I have for you. Hit the subscribe button and tune in.